Before there was Hogwarts, there was Manannan. In this playthrough of King's Quest III, we step into the shoes of a kidnapped boy with a secret destiny. And yes, we will probably die an awful lot. Let's start this game. We have to let the playthrough go. Let the intro go with the beautiful music, because if we don't, you kind of miss a little bit of the intro, and the wizard gives you a chore. You actually won't know what the chore is if you skip it. So one thing that I want to add is that I did do a playthrough yesterday, unsuccessfully. I was not aware that there were a few things that needed to be done. First of all, there's a timer, and if you don't do things in time, the wizard will find you and kill you, especially if he finds you with items that you're not supposed to have. Those are asterisk items in the inventory. So I had to start over because I couldn't proceed. Gwydion's a lonely lad of 17 who has lived for as long as he can remember with an evil and cruel wizard by the name of Manannan. Gwydion gazes upon the countryside of Ludor with longing, wishing he were free to leave, but alas, such is not the case. Manannan treats the poor boy like his slave, ordering him about constantly, threatening him and refusing to ever let him leave the premises. Often, Gwydion wonders who he really is and how he came to live with the old wizard, but Manannan offers no help in that area. Oh, the door's opening. Suddenly, the front door opens and out stalks Manannan, the wizard. "Gwydion!" he shouts harshly. Oh, Gwydion rushes to his side, afraid he may be in trouble. "Why are you not working, boy?" the wizard sneers. Gwydion mumbles a faint reply. "The kitchen floor is filthy," Manannan grumbles. "Go sweep it now." Turning on his heel, the wizard re-enters the house, slamming the door behind him. So this is kind of what you need to wait for. He almost looks like he has a visor. Such is the story of young Gwydion's life to this point. What's a poor boy to do? Oh well. In resignation, Gwydion obediently follows Manannan into the house. Alright, so he told us to go sweep the kitchen. Now, remember, I told you that there's certain items that you do not want to be caught with. So, like for example, this is okay. Table. The large dining table is made of pine planking. Matching benches run its length on both sides. The table is big enough to seat at least 10 people. There's a little metal cup on the table. Tape cup. You pick up the little tin cup and carry it with you. So because of that little playthrough that I did yesterday, I know like the house pretty well. So we need to clean the kitchen. We're going to sweep the floor. There are certain things that you have to do in the right order or the wizard will kill you. Because you don't want to be caught with certain items. So if you have an item that you're not supposed to have, like in his presence, it will have an asterisk next to it. So for example, the empty cup is okay. And you'll notice there's a timer up here because there is a timer involved. So around the 5-minute mark, he's going to approach us. By he, I mean the wizard. All right, so look, kitchen. This is the kitchen of the wizard's house. Other than your own bedchamber, this is the only place in the house that you feel you can call your own. The wizard rarely enters the kitchen. On cold days, the fireplace is a cozy place to sit. Look wall. There is an iron rack hanging on the wall by the fireplace. Your trusty knife is hanging on the rack. Your wooden serving spoon is hanging on the rack. All right, we know from other King's Quest games that if they specifically mention an item, you can probably take that item, and you should. So you take the carving knife from the iron rack and keep it with you. And let's take the spoon. You take the wooden spoon from the iron rack and keep it with you. Now let's look at the shelf. The kitchen shelf holds many ingredients and the kitchen implements for cooking. One useful item that catches your eye is the clay bowl that you use for all of your mixing. Take bowl. You retrieve the clay bowl from the kitchen shelf and take it with you. So you see, these are all safe items. Look, barrels. The barrels only contain foodstuffs. They are too huge to move. All right. Let's go look at this table. There's some interesting items over here. Isn't it crazy how much graphics have improved? Use the heavy oak table when you prepare food for the table. Right now, there is a loaf of bread, some fruit, and a mutton chop on the table. All right, we're going to take those items. You take the mutton chop and carry it with you. Take bread. You take the loaf of bread and carry it with you. And then there was some fruit. Take the fruit and carry it with you. Let's save. So now we've got a few minutes. Let's look dining room. See if there's anything interesting here. This is where Manannan eats his meals. You, of course, are not supposed to eat here. You eat in the kitchen. There is a pine table and benches large enough to seat at least 10 people, but the wizard has never had any guests for dinner. Let's go do a little exploring. We need to wait for the wizard. So if you go this way, this leads us to his office. Look, cabinet. The oak cabinet has a brass handle on its door. Your feather duster is lying on its top. Take duster. So one of the chores he could give you is to dust, like to clean his office. So that's how you would do that. But he's only going to give you one chore. We're just doing this to kill some time right now. So many books line the bookshelf. You wonder when Manannan has time to read them at all. Titles cover many subjects from ancient Arabic mythology, sounds interesting to me, to a study of the heavens, to the philosophies of Socrates. Up here, this almost looks like a computer. Same thing. Oh. What does he want with us? You aren't going to be in my room without express permissions, Manannan says gruffly. Go find something to do. Gwydion, my chamber pot needs servicing. Go empty it immediately. Okay. Out of my way. Hopefully get off this staircase now. This cat's a menace. Empty chamber pot. Gross! Look, chamber pot. Manannan's chamber pot is on the floor beside his bed. Empty chamber pot. Disgusting. Wrinkling your nose in disgust, you throw the smelly contents of the chamber pot out the window. What a way to make a living. Now we're going to put it back. The despicable cat slips away from your grasp with a fierce scratch to your arm. Let's try it again. Too far away. Will he stop somewhere? Nimbly, you grab the nasty cat by the scruff of its neck, avoiding its needle-sharp claws. Now that you have it, what are you going to do with it? So one thing we need to do is we don't want our inventory on us. Take fur. You manage to pluck some fur before he viciously scratches and leaps from your arms. With grim satisfaction, you survey your wounds. Stupid cat, you scoff. Whether you know it or not, you just helped me. The detestable cat leaps from your arms, snarling and scratching. So we need to hide our stuff. Drop inventory. Because, again, if he catches us, if the wizard catches us, he will kill us if we have anything. So you get on your hands and knees quickly shove all your possessions under the bed. These will be safe from the wizard's sharp eyes there. So we've dusted the office. Okay. Oh, it's him again. Oh, and he's back again immediately. What the heck is going on here? Gwydion, I have decided to take a journey. Okay, this is what we want. So now that he's gone, we are free to do a few things. We have 25 minutes. So we have till about 29 something. So we need to go upstairs. And you can't auto walk because it, like, you know, you're blocked. Oh, how these games have come. Okay, great. The cat's up here. There's a telescope. We're not going to waste time with that. You can't actually look through it. Look floor. You see nothing on the floor but a dead fly. Take fly. You pick up the dead fly and drop it into your hand. Disgustedly, you look at it. I don't want to carry around a dead fly, you think. Picking off its wings, you throw the rest away. Okay, it's a good time to save. This, no doubt, makes me so anxious. All right, we need to go to the vanity. Open vanity. In the vanity drawer are many uninteresting items, although the wizard's hand mirror may come in handy. You grab it and then close the drawer. Now look, see, those are both asterisk items. We do not want to be caught with those things. As previously mentioned. All right, so look, closet. The closet is fashioned of ornately carved mahogany. Open closet. Look behind clothes. You're startled to discover an ancient parchment scroll. Its ink has faded, but it seems to be a map. Taking this treasure, you leave everything else exactly as it was. Close closet. Look on top of closet. You run a hand along the top of the closet. Suddenly, you touch something metallic. Grabbing it, you discover a small brass key. What could it unlock? See it again. Open drawer. You find baubles and trinkets which do not interest you. Suddenly, your eyes fall on something that does, a vial labeled rose petal essence, which you eagerly take. All right. Now we need to go. You open the door and go outside. Alrighty. Open gate. Take chicken. You've managed to catch a chicken, but what are you going to do with it? Well, let's take a feather. Take feather. Tucking the chicken firmly under one arm, you gently pluck a small feather and then you let it go. Open gate. All right, we go back in. You know, it's not like King's Quest 1 where you have to remember to save. All right, we're gonna go back in the house. Open door. So now we need to go to the basement. Which way is the basement? We're gonna save this. Okay, study. I need some help here. So now that we have the key, open cabinet. You unlock the oaken cabinet using the brass key. Inside, you find the magic wand. You take it with you, knowing it could mean death if he finds it missing. So we need to remember to put it back. Now we go to the bookshelf. Book lever. The metal lever is attached to the back of the bookshelf. You push the large book aside, revealing a metal lever attached to the back of the bookshelf. Move lever. All right. Trapdoor opens, revealing steep stone steps leading into the darkness. There we go. Oh, another fun stair game. All right. So we need a few items. We need toad spittle, saffron, toadstool powder, mandrake root powder, nightshade juice, and fishbone powder. And then we're going to prepare our spell. Oh, good thing we didn't fall from the top. All right, we have about 13 minutes. Bookshelf. You curiously gaze at the strange jars of ingredients, the animal and human bones and other odd implements which line the rows of shelves. You see jars of ingredients resting on labeled shelves. Shelves bearing such ghastly names as powdered fishbone. This is your hint on what you need. Nightshade juice, mandrake root powder, saffron, toad spittle, and toadstool powder. So take powdered fishbone. All right. Take toad spittle. Take saffron. Take mandrake root powder. Take nightshade. Can I just say that? Take nightshade juice. All right, what do I have? I need the powdered fishbone. We have the nightshade juice, the mandrake root powder, the toadstool powder I have, right? No, we need that one. We have the toad spittle, the saffron. Okay, toadstool powder. Take toadstool powder. Save this. Alky Lab. See, let's pause again. All right, so we're gonna go to the table. Prepare the flying like an eagle. All right. Oh no, I don't have the... Oh, I do have the fly wings. Okay, look table. Against the earth wall is a massive oak table with a spacious worktop. Atop the oak table are a large leather-bound book, a mortar and pestle, a little brazier holding charcoal, and a flint plus measuring cups, beakers, flasks, and stirrers. So we are going to open page 4. Okay, get closer. With trembling hands, you turn the pages of the Sorcery of Old and prepare to follow its instructions precisely. You know you must work with the utmost care. Each step is critical. Each must be done in the proper way, in the proper sequence. You tremble in anticipation. This is what we're doing. Okay. Put pinch of Saffron in essence. You carefully sprinkle the precious saffron into the vial of rose petal essence. All right. Of winged spirits set me free. Oh! We hit enter too soon. Let's restore. Let's try this again. I don't see how to proceed to the next line. Open page 4. You know you must work with the utmost care. Okay. Put pinch of saffron in essence. Carefully sprinkle it. Okay. Of winged spirits set me free. Oh! Oh, winged spirits set me free. How do I go to the next line? Oh, there we go. That worked. Looks like punctuation matters. Where is it? Of earthly bindings, just like thee, in this essence, behold the might to grant the precious gift of flight. Wave magic wand. You wave the magic wand over the vial of rose petal essence. Oh, that's so annoying. Successfully completing the spell, you again look at the wizard's laboratory. Save it. I'm just going to pause again real quick. The trapdoor groans shut, disappearing into the floorboards. Move book. You move the big book back where you found it, so it again conceals the thing. Do we want to put the wand back? Yeah, let's do that. Open cabinet. Put wand. You carefully replace the magic wand exactly as you found it. All right. Let's leave the house now. You cannot cheat it and hop down. You just can't. Not even this last little bit. You gotta stay on the yellow path. Stay on the yellow brick road. So that you don't fall. Even that little bit right there. It's too much. All right, I think we have about 9 minutes. I gotta hustle. So if my math is correct, there's a room with a tree that has acorns just south of us, and then we are going to this little house. Oh! Shit. We don't want them to be home right now. That's unfortunate. Well, let's go get... We need some mistletoe. And then we'll go back to the house. Look tree. Take mistletoe. You search among the hanging mistletoe until you find a sprig that has dried. You break it off and carry it with you. All right. Let's go back. Hopefully they're not here. Knock door. Shit. Scram! We're not interested. Okay, let's go south. We'll go back up. Let's try it again. No reply. Okay, perfect. Open door. All right. So remember that story of the 3 little bears? Baby bear stuff was just perfect, right? Take porridge. Take porridge. All right. Remember, Papa Bear's was too hot, Mother Bear's was too cold, and Baby Bear's was just right. So let's go upstairs. Okay. Almost there. So we need to look in this drawer. Open dresser. Open drawer. I love you, honey. You open the drawer, and among the clothes you see a pretty silver thimble. Take thimble. Okay, we save again. Healthy bears. Alright, so now let's pause real quick. So there's multiple walkthroughs that you can look at, and some of them are all, you know, just a little bit different. There was one that I looked at that looks good, but I didn't think I'd have enough time. As it is, this one feels really close to me. You really gotta rush. It's not good for my anxiety. Take dew. Holding the silver thimble beneath a dew-filled flower, you gently tip the flower so its dew runs into the thimble. You move from flower to flower, repeating the process until your thimble is brimming with dew. All right. So let's go to our inventory. We can go to the map. Okay, so we can see where we've been. We want to go here. Nope. Which puts us at the bottom of the path. Because I didn't know that there was a timer. Okay. So we're gonna go hide our stuff. Take fruit. Dropping to your knees, you reach under the bed and retrieve it. So we're about a quarter of the way through the game now, I guess. So now we can go back to the playthrough. Save. I'm going to pause real quick. All right, here we go. Oh. Back in business. I have returned, Gwydion, and I am ready to eat. Let's go in the kitchen. Manannan is impatiently waiting for his food. His stomach rumbles as he drums his gnarled fingers on the table. You better feed him quickly or dire consequences may result. Give fruit. Give fruit, Manannan. Give. Pause it. How do we type that out? How do I spell his name? I think I'm misspelling it, and that's why it's not working. Oh, the double N is second. Give fruit, Manannan. You place the food on the dining table before the hungry wizard. Ravenously, he devours every bit of it. And I should have thought to save, because if I had messed that up, I would have had to wait like the 5 minutes again or whatever. So we'll save now. Talk Manannan. He's too busy to reply. It's obvious the wizard enjoyed his meal as he lets out a satisfied belch. He rises and leaves without so much as a thank you. Well, of course he wouldn't. He doesn't care about us. Clean table. Look shelf. The wizard is writing at his desk. He looks up from his work and greets you with a scowl. Boy, you know I don't like you to enter my private study, especially when I'm writing. Leave now, or I will make you leave. You aren't to be in this room without my express permission. Go find something to do. You have been neglecting the chickens. Go feed them. All right, let's go feed the chickens. You open the door and go outside.